Hey there, world. It's me. I'm doing my Twilight rant that everyone has requested so much. Now, I thought to myself, there are a couple ways I can go with this. I could be really fucking funny. I could be really fucking analytical. But then I thought maybe I'll do both. So here are the reasons why I don't like Twilight. One, character development sucks. I do not care about these characters at all. They don't instill any kind of emotion in me. They don't. I don't care if they die. I don't care about what they're going through because none of them really go through anything that isn't immediately solved, and they're so establishing that they're so fucking badass that they don't need anyone else's help except for each other. That you're like, well, fine. I mean, all these perfect people. Why the fuck should I be worried? Um, I wanted to try to say this without comparing it to Harry Potter, but I can't. In Harry Potter, you get to know the characters very slowly. Very, very slowly. You see them go through all these awkward changes and all this shit, and you don't get that with Twilight. Stephanie Meyer gets to a point where she's like, oh, we want you to get to know Jasper. So Jasper's gonna do this big, huge, long speech. We want you to get to know Carlisle, so you're gonna get a big, long speech there. Rosalie's gonna do a big, long speech. And the thing is, you can't get to know people off of just little fucking speeches. You know, you just can't. I can't have that strong attachment and all that good shit. Um, so that's a big thing. Like in Harry Potter, I had to set the book down when the characters would go through shit. I really did. It was horrible. I have a tattoo for one of the characters because I'm not fucking emotionally invested. Um, the other thing I don't like about Twilight is that I can understand the whole, oh, Edward's gonna come and he's gonna make me beautiful and young forever, and I never have to work for anything, and everybody's rich, and I get my wonderful life, and yum 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 yum. But what's supposed to do in your life then? If you have everything set up, okay, like I'm gonna geek out here in Skyrim, okay? That game is so in depth, but you get to a certain point where you get so badass that the rest of the game just it's not worth playing anymore because everything is so simple. It's like, why am I doing this? Go in, oh, feel that, okay. So, when you get so good at a game, when you level your character up so ridiculously that nothing is challenging anymore, what is the point of playing the game anymore? I mean, the whole point of that and in life to do that is so that you can get things to make other things more possible. But if everything is so easy, you don't need anything. You don't need anything. You just sit there. So there's all of that. There's also the whole thing of Edward is supposed to be incredibly smart, yet since Stephanie Meyer is fucking stupid as shit, Edward ends up sounding dumb as shit as well because he uses words incorrectly, his grammar sucks, his facts suck. I mean, it's just there's a lot of suck. Well, I guess vampire stuff that makes sense. Um, so there's all of that. And as far as the relationship between him and Bella, I'm actually going to make a separate video about that because that is such a big, huge pile of fucked up that I can't fit it into this video. I really, really can't. There's so much wrong with it. Now, let's talk about vampires and sparkling. Yes, I went there. The vampires that sparkle. Now, the issue with that I have is that I understand wanting to make daywalker vampires, but I've seen myths before where the vampires, yes, they can walk around in the sunlight, but it's not advisable. You know, it causes damage to them. Maybe not exploding immediately, maybe not instant death, but they deteriorate or they lose their powers or it slowly kills them. Very, 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 very slowly. It weakens them in some way. Um, but Sparkle, and he says it's to draw them in. You don't. Yeah, because when I see a fucking guy sparkle on the corner, I'm like, ooh, that's so pretty. I think I'm gonna talk to him. I was thinking I said, you put on a little bit too much makeup today. You rolled around in some sparkles. I don't know, but either way, it's not gonna get me to approach you. So I don't understand how that's supposed to work. Maybe with the females because guys are distracted by shiny things. I don't fucking know. Um, but it just doesn't make sense. And Stephanie Meyer herself said in an interview that Bella Swan did more research on vampires than she did. Now, speaking as someone who has read the book, all Bella Swan did was type into Google and read like 2 or 3 articles.